All right.
Here we are back for lesson 2. At this moment, I have no idea what the lesson is going to be about, but in a matter of 5 seconds, I will decide. Eric, can you count to 5 for me back there?
1, 2.
No, that's too fast. That's too slow. Count faster.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Got it. All right. Now I'm completely focused. I work better under pressure. Here I am back in Jonas's practice room. And one question that I get at clinics a lot, and it's about my left hand. It's about fingerings, you know, because I have what I guess they would call an economical left hand, economy of motion, meaning that I play a lot of stuff, or I can, but you don't see my fingers flailing around everywhere. So I really believe in I guess it's kind of the lazy man's approach of getting as much as I can out of whatever I put into something. So the less effort I have to expend, the smoother things are going to be. So I practice scales like this, no matter which finger I start on. And most of us learn an E major scale starting on a second finger. But one of my goals is to play it slowly, but keep all these fingers down. I'm still on my fingertips. Or I could do it like some of my students have done. And you can hear the difference as well. The more I move my fingers, the more superfluous motion I have, the more likely it is that you're going to get buzz and any kind of string noise. So check it out. See how little my left hand is even coming off the fingerboard when I shift. Now I know you can hear those shifts, but my goal is for you not to hear them, and I have a cool practice exercise for that. And for this exercise, just because I like gold, I'm going to switch back to this 4-string. They make it so easy with that Hellborg preamp. In fact, I have one hardwired in my recording studio, and I even plug microphones into it and use it as a microphone preamp. It sounds so good. Go Jonas. Go Jonas! All right, we're back in business. I'll balance the levels out here. Check it out. Shifting exercise number 1. Now this is what I call a medicine ball exercise. That's where when I used to go to the gym, they would toss medicine balls around, or you see people put weights on their legs to run with, or lifting weights. And then when you don't have a weight, it feels so much lighter and you feel so much stronger. I have exercises designed that way. They're incredibly difficult and maybe not that practical as an exercise, but once you see the benefits of it, they tend to make sense. So in shifting, this first exercise, let's say I take an F right here on the G string. The F note with my first finger. Now most of the time, if I'm shifting efficiently, if I'm heading down the neck, I want to get to that E. So if I go to first finger to fourth finger. And really that's the exercise. Is just shifting back and forth between first and fourth. You want it to sound like you're doing this. You want the shift to be so smooth that it doesn't sound like a shift. So we end up with this. Notice as I'm shifting, I'll do it in slow motion. I'm shifting my hand back as I move. And shifting forward before I actually make the move. It makes for a smooth smooth what? Shift. You got to be careful in shifting exercise because the slips of the tongue happen all the time. You will edit that out. Yes, of course. Maybe not. You never know around here. But I have a vintage metronome. We like wood around here. the sound of wood, and you're about to hear the sound of a wooden metronome, which most of you haven't heard in years. And it may come with all the things that we might not be too loud. But I've set it, let's see what that tempo is, around 92. So I'll do that shifting exercise like this. F, E, F, E. And I'll just do it over and over again. Then I'm going to change the E to an E flat. Listen to that metronome. It's starting to get wonky on me. I love that. So I'm going F, E, F, E, F, E flat, F, D. Now I'm going to even make it smoother, even though the metronome's not quite even. That's why I love these things. No wonder my time gets a little sideways. F. Here's another exercise, 4 to 1 on the same note. Now I'll go 4 to 2. I'm sorry, 4 to 2, yeah. 4 to 3. Any of those kind of shifting exercises I love just help when I go to do things like this. Makes everything really smooth. You're not hearing a lot of the shifting noises, I hope. I'll turn this guy off and give you another one. Another one I like to do on a 4-string, a 5-string, or 6-string is this. It's a string crossing exercise, and this really helps the right hand. In fact, if you're seeing this on another lesson, it's because it's worth a lesson in and of itself. But I'll start with this G. And as I said, it's a string crossing exercise. So that's another place where our inefficiencies or our mistakes cause us problems. But in this case, I'm going to go G, D, G, D flat, G, C, G, B, G, B flat, G, A. So I have to cross the string right here, G to A. G to A flat. So I'm moving down chromatically on my D, A, and E strings while I'm still playing that G in between. What do I get out of that? My right hand really gets to jump around, and playing it cleanly is difficult, and my left hand gets quite an exercise, a workout itself. So I might do it like this. Crossing 3 strings and then back up. Let's see. And when you get back up to the D and G strings, it seems so easy compared to crossing down here. It's a good right hand exercise. If you notice, I'm alternating with my first, second, and third finger, but whether you use 2 fingers, whether you use 1 finger, whatever, it's just getting smoothly across the strings that cause a lot of us problems. We can do this all day. But can we do this? Those arpeggios, those kind of sweep sounding arpeggios. So that's a lot of stuff in one lesson. Shifting. In that shifting exercise, you can go from G, first finger, and go down chromatically. I know I had another video on chromatic scales, but this is a great, starting on G sharp. shifting smoothly. A lot harder than it looks with my eyes closed. Whoops. Boy, this bass plays nice. You see me slap? One of the few times you'll ever see me slap. Make a note of that. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time. That's a lot of stuff to work on, some chromatics and some string crossings. Later.